A major change in its foreign direct investment policy, India has brought in stricter measures to curb the opportunistic takeover of Indian companies due to the current COVID-19 pandemic by firms in China. Earlier, China's central bank had raised the equity stake in HDFC above 1% last week. The Housing Development Finance Corporation revealed a surprise note to shareholders that the People's Bank of China had disclosed this in their stock exchanges. Joining us now for more on this, Srinivasan Jain and Sunil Prabhu. Srinivasan, to you first. Is this a move directly linked to what happened with HDFC?
Well, it certainly appears to follow fairly soon after HDFC revealed that, in fact, there had been this 1% buying of stake within it by the Chinese government bank. Though, of course, as Sunil will probably come in and give us a little more context about how the government is actually saying that there are a number of factors that were weighing on their mind. But certainly, I think what seems to be happening, Vishnu, is that it's not just India, but around the world, countries are concerned about hostile takeovers or attempts by particularly China to use this opportunity when economies are weak because of the COVID crisis to come in and acquire stake in important financial areas like banking and finance and so on. And so I think this is a policy intervention that seems to be very clearly directed or targeted at China, where essentially the same kind of restrictions that were applied to Pakistan and Bangladesh, that they needed government clearance before they could actually invest, have now been extended to China as well.
Sunil, what is this part of? What is the larger message over here?
Martin was pointing out, I think, and after speaking to top Commerce Ministry sources and people involved in the entire process, there are three aspects which need to be looked into. One, of course, as they have pointed out correctly, the government of India has taken note based on various inputs that it's got from the DGFT, from intelligence agencies, as well as, of course, the possible routes that have been taking place, and what is happening in the world over. Taking note of that, the government of India has decided in the cabinet to pass this new FDI policy. This is, of course, a big circle, a full circle that has come across in terms of vis-a-vis India with China. Though they are not naming China, it is specific, this policy, which is aimed at ensuring that Chinese companies do not take, undue advantage of the COVID situation and attempt to get strategic investment and enter in strategic assets. And that is why they'll have to go through the government route. To the specific point of HDFC, the HDFC issue was around 1.1%. The government of India says that the minimum that is required is 10%. So for FIIs and others, those provisions will continue to be, and it's only in a larger scale that they want to look at it. So it's not specific to that. When we pointedly asked them, the Commerce Ministry, whether this has been done with a view at HDFC. So to be fair to them, they said that this is not the case, but it's a larger perspective. But please remember, this is only land borders. So Sri Lanka, Mauritius, and the other countries where India has neighboring relationships,
right.
Those don't get affected.